Should I Google it?
Yeah, Google it. Honey, you can Google me.
Where's my phone? Let me Google you.
Go get your phone.
Let me get my phone and Google you. That's right. I'll check it up later. But nonetheless, yeah. So Juliana Pelenkweni, thank you for joining us on the channel today.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Right. Tell us about yourself, Juliana.
I am young, hot, and famous.
No, but it's fact. It's fact. No, it's
No,
fact.
I'm not famous.
What do you mean you're not famous?
I'm not famous. I actually
saw
don't like
20
fame.
foods. No. I went on Quenny Foods. So honestly, before the whole interview, I had to do like minor research.
Okay.
Right. So I went on Quenny Foods. You're hitting the numbers.
No.
I mean, follow her Instagram, guys.
It's Quenny Foods with a Queni.
Yeah.
Foods.
So
But
you are hitting the numbers, so you can't tell me you're not famous. I mean,
not
fair.
really,
Probably
not-
most of the views didn't come from Namibians, but you're still getting the numbers.
no,
You're
I'm
famous.
not getting the numbers that I want yet.
Okay.
I
So
don't think I'm
just
famous.
because you're not getting the numbers you want, you think. I mean, in Namibia, those numbers are good, so you're famous.
They're okay. I'll be fair. They're okay.
Okay, fair. So what numbers would you like to hit?
A lot.
A lot? Millions?
Yes. Hopefully one day, please God.
I mean, yeah, you will. I think with what I saw on there, you will obviously hit a million one day. And I'll be there to say I interviewed her before anyone did. So I was with you at your lowest. So when you get it,
My lowest.
not the lowest. It's not the lowest. No.
Take it back.
Not on live feed.
Rephrase.
I'm not gonna
That.
take it
No,
back. But nonetheless,
rephrase it.
okay, not on
No,
your lowest.
rephrase.
Yeah, but I'm not taking it back. But
No,
on my lowest.
rephrase. No, take it back.
Let's restart.
Because
Let's restart.
I'm
No,
not
no.
on my lowest, honey.
Okay, you're on your highest. No.
No.
You're on your middle.
I'm on my way.
On your way to the top.
Yes.
Fair. Okay, so I was with you on your way to the top.
Yes.
So
Say
when you
that.
get there,
Uh-huh.
don't forget me.
No, say, yeah, I knew
No,
her.
but
You can
that's
take a
not done.
picture, honey. Yeah, we'll use this every day. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Okay.
I'm
But
joking.
yeah,
I'm not a brat.
So before all that, how did this whole cooking thing start for you? Where did it start? What motivated it and stuff? How did you know you can cook?
To be honest, as a Mbaja girl, cooking is like a chore. It is actually a chore.
I'm not
in
too
a
sure.
household.
I'm not too sure about the whole Banja thing and Kwanyama thing. So
No, it's just a thing like as a Vambo girl.
Yeah.
And I'm a firstborn.
Yeah.
So obviously you have to cook.
yeah.
So when my dad passed on, it's like, so my mom had to go in hustle mode, right? Because she was unemployed. So she had to become like now a boss girl. And obviously now I'm the firstborn, so I had to start cooking, learning how to cook from a very young age.
Yeah.
So I started cooking, but only in varsity I realized that I'm actually really, really good at cooking because my friends would always hype up my food. They'll be like, oh, Chomi, yo, your food, yo, Chomi, yo. And I was just like, Chomi, I don't think it's that deep.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
I'll
didn't
think the same as well. I'll be like, yeah, my friends are just hyping me up because they're my friends.
Nigga.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get where you're coming from. So yeah, go on. No, I get where you're coming from. No, I get where you're coming
You're
from.
trying to say you can cook.
No. I'm trying to say,
Uh-huh.
like, I understand you having doubts. When they first said you can cook, you're like, they're just my friends.
Yeah.
You didn't think much of it. You get
Yes.
it? And then, fine. So how did you then decide to do? How did you then decide and think, actually, there might be some truth in this. I can actually cook.
I think it was when, okay, so this is what happened, right?
Yeah.
In 2019, a friend and I started a business. It was called Better Eats, right?
Yeah.
Her name is Esther. So we started Better Eats.
I know Esther.
Yeah, you know Esther.
Naka fragrance.
Yes, Naka. Guys, please support my friend. Naka Namibia.
Yeah, she has good fragrances. But
Yeah,
yeah,
she
back to
has.
you. Yeah.
Divine. Your house has
Back
been
to you guys.
smelling funky.
Wait. Naka will have to come and speak for herself.
No,
She
not
has
as
to.
a friend.
No, I mean, as a friend, you did enough advertisement for her.
I'm not doing advertisement. I'm
That's
telling
advertisement,
everyone.
that's
No, it's
promotion.
not. I'm telling
I
everyone.
I
she's
used
good.
Naka fragrance, Gentleman's Hug.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Someone got that for me, and it was a good smell. I still have it at home. It's a good scent, and honestly, I didn't think that Namibians were like venturing that part of business. So I was quite I'm happy to have Namibian products in the house, if it makes sense. No. Honestly, don't take.
You are from Namibia.
Exactly.
Slow your roll.
No, I am Namibian. I'm from Namibia.
He's come
but-
UK too. No, he can come any
Yeah, this is one. No, listen. No, it's not even that. No, it's just like I feel like we are so far behind. Understand?
Okay.
So obviously,
Fair.
me. Okay, maybe it's also has to do with where I came from, like my background. Ons really didn't work with any. We don't spend money on candles and stuff like that. Understand
Okay,
you? So
fair
maybe
point.
they've been around, but I just didn't know about it. Understand you? So when I got Gentleman's Hug, I have it at home, still have it, use it. I'm happy to use Namibian products, as I
Okay.
said. You get it?
Fair enough.
Yeah. So I mean, but yeah, nonetheless. So back to you. You and Naka started, not Naka. You and Esther
Yeah.
started the
A
company.
Better Eats company. So it was more like loaded fries. So the concept came from, she went to the States,
Yeah.
and then she was like, oh, Chomi, you're into food. Let's come together and do a business. So we
So she
did.
just wanted to be a partner.
Yeah, we were partners. We were basically.
Was she also a good cook?
She was more the idealist because she
Idealist, okay,
traveled.
yeah.
Do you understand? She traveled, so she has been around. She has seen it.
Yeah.
So she was like, she brought an idea back, and she believed that I could create what she saw.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Because I didn't travel at the time. So I was like, oh, okay, let's come together and create this. So it really went. It went well until now COVID hit, and then we stopped. Right? And then yes. But then I would say that's where the cooking really started.
After COVID? Or after you went solo?
After COVID, even before COVID, we had that better eating. But then when we went our separate ways, it was more of like, oh, I'm good at this. Understand? I'm good at this. Let me try. Let me try. And then I started uploading videos. My friend, actually Tio, she was the one that was like, oh, Chomi, why don't you upload the videos? So I started small. I was just like, I'm very private. I don't like my business out there like that. So even creating an Instagram for food, I was just like, what's the point?
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah, exactly. You didn't think about exposure. You didn't think about marketing.
I didn't think of it as a business at the time. I just thought it's just cooking, brah.
Yeah.
It's not nothing deep. And for me, it's therapy because in that moment, I remember Tio and I were house sitting, and we were in exams, right? And it was like COVID, so we were in exams. So I use cooking as my therapy. When I'm pissed, I cook.
Why were you pissed?
Like, you know most of how exam is, guys, and you know will stress you. So it was like, when I'm angry, I cook. When I'm pissed,
I cook.
when I cry,
I cook.
when I'm heartbroken,
Yeah, there was this other time you cooked
I
for
do
me.
everything.
There was this other time you cooked something for me.
What was that?
What was it? Was it
A burrito.
a burrito? And it was quite salty. Were you crying there?
It's like,
I'm joking.
I wish I had the content.
I'm joking. No.
He
But you
didn't
said
even
when you
give me
cry-
a bite.
You said when you're
You
crying.
did not even give me a bite from that burrito.
You
Nigga.
said when you're crying you cook.
Yeah.
So I guess the tears went in there. Maybe that's why it was salty.
It was a salty.
I'm joking. Honestly, it was the best I've had. Probably the first I've had.
A
First
burrito.
burrito in my life. Yeah.
Really?
That was the first I had.
Yeah, but it was. Tell me.
It was honestly
no,
good.
be honest.
Honestly, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna lie. It was first. It was like, what's happening here? When I took a bite, and then I started taking another bite, and then the sauces started coming out, the flavor started coming out. I was like, okay, she was bragging that she. I think you didn't tell me you're a chef yet at the time.
Yeah.
Maybe
no.
you didn't tell me yet. You just told me you're a good cook. I think even Queenie Foods didn't start at the time.
No, it did start.
Did it?
It was just not out there like that
didn't
because
blow
I
up.
think I was doing hot and cold with Queenie Food because I was not sure. The thing is, I'm also studying, right? Or I've been studying. I'm collecting degrees. Someone said, Juliana, you're just out there collecting.
Yeah.
But it's a thing of like, I think I was in a position where I didn't know what I want in life. To say, like, I know I love cooking.
Yeah.
I know it's like something I'm really into, and I believe it's a God-given talent, right? But at that moment, it was more of like, is this really the thing? Come, girl, you went to school. Taxon too. You know when I failed grade 12, I had to go to Taxon.
You did tell me about
Yes,
it.
I had to go to Taxon.
So you went to Taxon and then
Yes.
eventually passed and then
Yes, and
back
then
to UNAM.
and then I went to UNAM. Now I'm like,
on your second degree? Was it third?
no, I'm doing a double major. I'm doing an honors now. I'm on my honors.
You're on your honors.
Yes, but
So
it's a double major, like two
you
honors.
mentioned it and you're always stressing about some type of research that's
Yeah.
due or some test that's due.
Exactly. So it was more like, so I'm going to throw away all this because of cooking. And I didn't even go to school for this.
Yeah.
So it was, and I'm just like, what is it? Because in my head, I'm like, why didn't this just come earlier? And then I wouldn't have wasted money.
Yeah.
Do you
I
understand?
mean, I understand, but maybe obviously some things happen obviously for a good reason. And one thing I always try and advocate for, in most Namibians, is Namibians from let's call it a low middle income background.
Okay,
You
yeah.
know, so one thing I advocate for is if we are gonna go and do business, we are not privileged enough to like have something to fall back on. You get it? So
Thank you.
I feel it's necessary to always, if you're from a low and middle income background, it's necessary to have those qualifications, and then you know, okay, now I'm going to start my businesses. If this doesn't work, I have my degrees to fall back on. You know, I feel like that's necessary if you're from a low and middle income background. So I understand where you're coming from, and so that's with that. I'm glad you agree. You've been nodding your head, so I take it you agree. So it says your recent achievement, not recent achievement, but I've seen you recently post traveling to
Zim.
Zim, but that's before you even traveled to Zim. I think you had should I call it a television show on NBC or like
NBC.
yeah.
It was not
Not
that a big
show.
of deal.
It's not a big deal, but you appear on TV and it's Namibia and it's the biggest broadcasting corporation in the country, so it's still a thing. I
Yeah.
think celebrate your wins.
Okay, no, okay.
Yeah.
You're not the first person to mention this.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, celebrate your wins. But
Yeah.
for me, I think as you said, I'm not from a wealthy background. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I'm just a girl that has big dreams.
Yeah.
You understand? So, not that I don't celebrate my little, or these achievements. They're not little, but these achievements that I have in life, right? For me, it's more of like, I know what I want.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I have such a huge vision on what I want my life to be. And I feel like I am working and I'm aspiring to be that Juliana Jason. But,
Who's that Juliana Jason?
oh, honey.
I mean, I saw how you're speaking about her and there was so much passion in it. So,
That Juliana
What-
Jason is
who's
another
that?
brain.
Yeah.
That is a woman.
That's
That is a woman
That's-
that is stable.
stable.
To say,
I feel
yes.
you're stable at the moment. I mean, you're still finding your footing as you mentioned.
Yes,
but
I don't
what
think
you've achieved
I don't
thus
think
far,
the
and
stability.
at your age, I feel like it's something worth celebrating. I feel I've known you for a short while, you know, not short while, long enough, you know, and similar to you, and similar to maybe my other friends from low middle income backgrounds, you know, we tend not to do that a lot.
Yeah.
We tend to put so much pressure on ourselves. Like we achieve things, just like you said, you don't celebrate your small wins. We achieve things that are like things like when someone else looks at you and be like, wow, she did that or he did that. To us, you're like, it's nothing. It's nothing yet because obviously you know what you aspire to become.
Yeah.
You get it. But I feel like celebrate the little you're like you're young and you're just in your 20s still, you know, but with the same drive and determination, if you keep going, obviously what you'll achieve in your 30s is like it's unthinkable. But enjoy your journey, I would say.
I know I am enjoying my journey.
Yeah.
The thing is just that I did sit down with myself and I'm like, okay, Juliana, you did achieve the utmost, to be honest. And I thank God for all these achievements, right? I'm not saying I don't celebrate them. I just don't think I'm celebrating them to end. Because for other people, as you said, it's a wow factor. But for me, it's like, how do I say this? You know, when you study for a test, and then you write the test, and then you know you passed the test. When you leave that exam room, you already know you passed the test. So that day, that realization, no,
sometimes-
listen,
okay, let's make a point.
That
Make a point.
realization
Yeah.
is like my celebration already. So when the results come out, I already know what
you're expecting.
what I was expecting, because I am so real with myself. I don't lie to myself. I know let's do Dululu land and all these funny things, but for me it's more like, girl, you gotta be honest with yourself. Do you understand? Be harsh on yourself, because at the end of the day, I'm my greatest supporter. I'm my greatest motivator, critic, and I'm not going to try to lie to myself. So I know one thing I learned is that I need to know my weaknesses. I need to know what are my strengths. So I don't focus on my weaknesses. That is something someone else needs to pay attention to. I focus on my strong abilities. What am I strong at? And then I make sure I'm trying to be perfect at that. You understand? Because I want to be the best at what I do. Right? So when I do these things, I just don't tell myself lies. I need to sit down and be like, girl, you fucked up.
Okay.
How are you going to try to make it right? Do you understand?
Yeah,
And then
sure.
I also have friends. I have friends. And then I'll be like, Chomi, just tell me the truth. Tell me where I fucked up. Tell me where I went wrong. How am I supposed to make it right?
Yeah.
You understand? And then they tell me. Because at the end of the day, I want to grow into someone that is very, very successful. But I don't want to grow stupidly in the Lululand situation.
fair.
So when I achieve these things, right?
Yeah.
When it comes back to when I achieve this thing, it's something that I already planned. Do you understand? I tell myself I want to achieve this thing, and then when I achieve it,
Yes.
do you understand? Yes. So when I achieve it,
You don't celebrate because you already planned for it.
Because I already planned. Not
And
to
you
say
saw it coming.
And I saw it coming, and then before it even comes, I'm like, damn girl, you did that. So already when it comes, I'm already on my next mission.
Fair.
Do you understand?
That's
So
a beautiful way of thinking. Saying it.
So when it happens, everybody's like, let's celebrate, but. I already celebrated.
Yeah.
I'm on to the next.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. So, I was going to ask you, what was your biggest project by far?
Oh my God.
What? I mean, if you don't mind sharing,
What
how much did you make?
No, what
Okay, give us a range at least. Give us.
Okay, what was my biggest project?
Yeah, just so maybe the future chefs.
No.
How much they can
I
make
don't
out
think.
there.
No. I'm not
Then
gonna say
maybe
that.
I can decide not to be a pilot. I can decide to be a chef.
Oh my God, no.
Okay.
Let me tell you something, guys. Be whatever you wanna be.
Yeah, especially a chef.
No.
Okay,
If you're not into cooking, don't.
Okay, don't be a chef.
Be a chef if you wanna be a chef. Sis. That's not the point.
Yeah, but
the
okay,
point
get back
is.
to me. Tell me, what's the most? Not the most you made. What's your biggest project? And do you how do you maintain like a constant income? Do you get it?
Okay. So, how do I say this? I think when you do something, right? Because this is not something I plan to be like, oh, let me make it a business venture.
Yeah.
Really. It was more of like, oh, it's just like a side hustle while I'm in varsity so I can just get money, right? But it started with stalls, like having stalls at shows. So when COVID hit, we stopped doing stalls.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Mm-hmm. Right?
That's all right. You're excused.
Yes. Oh my God, I can't with you. Yeah. So it was like we stopped doing the stalls because COVID hit.
Yeah.
And then now it was like a thing of like, okay, COVID hit. Yeah. So girl, what you gonna do? I like things.
Yeah.
Guys, I like nice things. And at the time it's like, I think also growing up in a household where you have being brought up by a single mother, it's different. So it's like I didn't grow up with a male character. Yeah. So it's no father figure. Yeah. Right? I did have him when I was small, but till a certain extent. But then when I'm growing up now, I'm not seeing a father figure. So I'm like, I need to make it. I need to buy my shit. I like perfume. I like clothes. Do you understand? Yeah. So it was a thing of like, okay, girl, you gotta make a plan. How are you gonna make money
out of your cooking?
Yeah, because I was like, okay, I think I'm good at this. So how am I gonna do it? So I started slow, obviously cooking for people at their houses, small events, birthdays.
Who are these people you cook for? Who calls a chef?
It was more not like a chef. It was more like, oh, kachuli kusho kuteleka, mufaneni. Kuteleka? Mufaneni, do you understand? Then they give you maybe like a $500, $200, $100. Basically, you're like part of those studies that are just helping out at the wedding, peeling potatoes. But then you're like, oh, why don't we try this? But they used to pay you, Yeah, you pay you maybe 100, but it depends who it is. Sometimes it's family. They don't even pay you, your family, do you understand? Yeah. So it actually just started when I started posting on Instagram.
So just before you proceed, just for a little bit, Bente. So how do the aunties view you? The aunties with like...
oh my God, Eddie, kitchen. Take it back.
No, like... Okay, no. But those are the aunties. That's like the proper like auntie that's supposed to be in the kitchen at the wedding.
That's the thing.
How do they view you, this young lady coming in the kitchen? It's like... It's not to say it's not your place.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Because I do get that stick. Oh my God.
How do they view you?
They view me, you're not the only one. That's not the thing. A lot of people, when they see me coming in, I think I have a voice. My voice is very...
Or is it your aura?
Or maybe my aura. Or my voice. It's very...
you're claiming things.
It's very... I think I have a bass. And it's very strong. So, when they don't see me through the phone, do you understand? So when they approach me, some people don't, most of my clients, I have to say, they don't come from Instagram, they come from referrals, right? They'll be like, no, there's this girl, call her. But then they haven't seen me in person. So when they see me, it's like, are you the help of the cook? Or who are you? I don't know, maybe it's because I'm small, I'm tiny,
and young,
and I look a certain way. Someone told me, aren't you you look too good to know how to cook. I'm like, what do you mean? What does that even mean?
Yeah,
How is someone supposed to look at the cook? But now you are saying those standards. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, no, because I'm not gonna lie. Every time, if you go to Tora, guys, it's not even anything about that. It's just like if you go to a wedding somewhere in the north,
My mimosas
in
is
Tora
about
or somewhere wherever it is, wherever you go for that wedding, you'll meet these aunties that even have keys to the refrigerator. They have the keys to
The alcohol.
to the storeroom and the alcohol, and they're these aunties. So I never saw like a young lady, like young, obviously made up lady and Brazilians and stuff doing that. Like, no, going in the kitchen, honestly, with nails and everything, going in the kitchen. So obviously, like you said, I thought as much when you walk in there, like, you know,
Yeah, no,
they don't expect much.
there is, because there is a certain intimidation. They're like, she's clean, because I am also short.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so short.
Yeah.
And then they're like, actually, you can cook.
You should see me. You don't want me to stand.
No, nigga, no, you're short. We're the same height.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, short niggas. But anyways, that's not the point.
Wow.
All
Yeah.
I'm saying is there is that stigma,
Yeah.
right? And I did experience it multiple times. But then, I realized that it's not my place to argue with these people.
Yeah.
What I can do is just
Get on with it.
let me
Because
just
you're paid, innit?
yeah, I'm paid. Let me just do my job. The only way for me to prove myself is when I cook, the end result.
Yeah.
I'm not here to argue with the Tani to say, oh, auntie, oh, no, I can cook. Believe in me. Oh, my God, just put in the salt, please. If you're not going to do it, I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
I work with people that want to be there. I don't have time to nag.
Yeah.
Because for me,
So-
it's like, I don't know how my brain works, but when I'm cooking,
Yeah.
it's like a process. My brain already calculates, okay, you need this much, the time and everything. So I don't have time to argue with a big grown woman on, oh, she can cook or not. I'm not here to prove myself to you. I'm here to prove myself to the
I mean,
client.
just for the sake of time as well. So I'll just go back to you said that's how you started to cook, and then now obviously you moved on. I've seen you cook for, was it celebrities?
With celebrities.
I don't know if celebrities, but I've seen you like I've seen you like wearing your whole Queen Foods outfit in someone's kitchen.
Yes. Okay, guys, I won't lie. I have cooked for some of the most important companies, some of the most important people. It's just that some people don't like to be posted. Do you understand?
Oh,
It's privacy. But I thank God for putting me in those places.
Yeah.
And it's also a thing of like, when you get to those places, sometimes it's unbelievable because you're just like, I guess that cherry from Freedom Square, guys. Yo, what mark so?
Yeah.
Like, how did I get here? I don't even have a qualification in this thing, right? Because sometimes there is self-doubt. What am I doing here?
Yeah.
What am I even cooking? What am I going to cook? Do you understand? But later, I'm just like, oh, you know what? You got it, man. Let's
I mean,
change.
obviously, it's like time after doing like time after time again, it becomes like a repetitive cycle. So
Not
exactly.
really.
So it's not a repetitive cycle. Obviously, your ingredients are like, I've seen you cook. I call her for recipes, by the way.
Yes.
And I do call. I mean, why would you not? If I have like a free chef that's just a call away. People pay for these things. Hello Fresh.
You gotta
and all the
start
other
paying me,
places.
actually. I need to send
People
you a
don't pay
quotation.
for these things. These things are free.
I need to send
These
you
things are free on
a
YouTube.
quotation. Please, guys, listen to this.
These are
I'm
free on
sending him a
YouTube.
quotation because this nigga can call me anytime. I'll just...
Ingredients.
yeah, so I'm preparing something and help.
Who else am I supposed to call? Do you know that 550 is actually a better cook than I am? You know, so my idea was to surpass his standards, but make it seem like I'm self-taught as well. But I was using you. You're my secret weapon.
Oh my God. You guys, 50, if you are listening to this, 50, listen, I have nothing to do with this. I don't even tell him to call me. I have never told him to call me. Please.
She said
50,
she said to me, if
do
you're gonna
not-
win a battle against 50, you must call me.
You are trying to sabotage me in 50. 50 picking a hill like a meme. It's not true. Eddie, you are a witch.
Oh, live TV.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
We
man.
can know.
Wait. So, so obviously now you brought up 50 and stuff like that. So where did you meet 50? Was from the hood?
No. Guys, okay, let me tell you. So 50
Yeah.
is the owner. Is he the owner?
He's the owner of Kasi Therapy.
Yes, he's the owner of
He's the main shareholder
of
no.
Kasi Therapy.
No. He owns 50%.
Okay, I don't know.
And I own no. Okay, he owns more. Okay, maybe on 70%. No, wait, we have to discuss it. Okay, we'll discuss it after. But nonetheless, he is Kasi therapy.
Yes, he is Kasi therapy.
Yeah, so okay.
But I met 5 in grade 8. We're in the same class at Academia Secondary School. I think with 5 he was one of my first male best friends.
First,
First,
not the last.
not the last.
Was
but
he bestie?
He
Or
was
he
like,
just-
he was my best. He was my brother. He
Oh,
is
brother.
my
Oh, your brother zone. Okay, so it's
Do you
fair.
understand?
Okay, you're
I
not
think
bestie.
5 has seen me through my worst.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh 5
Are you crying? Should I get you tissues? Oh.
No,
Oh,
no,
tissues.
no, but 5
Yeah.
I love him.
Okay.
Me and him were very close in high school,
Yeah.
starting from grade 8 to grade 12. And then, like, obviously, in grade 12, I failed.
Yeah.
And then he passed, he went to NAS, and I had to go to Tucson.
Yeah.
But when we were still in communication, oh my God,
Yeah.
5
Yeah.
helped me through my first breakup, guys. That's all I'm going to say. My first breakup.
That's where I was gonna go, but
My
since you already
first
started
breakup,
with it.
5 was the one. Like 5
He told me about it. Like
5
he told me
5-0.
about it. He was
No,
like,
but the
I need
thing
to
is-
tell you about this. I'm joking.
No,
I'm joking.
but
You didn't tell me. You
to be
told me
honest,
about this. You told me
5
about this. Yeah.
was one of my best friends
Yeah.
throughout high school.
Yeah.
I think I don't have a big brother, but I do have I have cousins that acted as my
You
big
do
brother.
have a younger brother. Eh?
Yes, I do have a younger brother. So, but with 5 it was different. He was like my buddy, and he acted as my big brother in high school.
Yeah.
So we were very, very close. For those that were at Academia and they were in our years, they knew that 5 and Juliana, they were very close.
family, yeah.
Yeah, we
So-
were like family.
Was it like what was I gonna say? Normally, like not normally. What I've seen happen is most instances is when one of the friends fails. Usually high school. I mean, university is different. If your friendship proceeds past university, then you're just friends.
Yeah.
So when your friendship, when one of the friends fails grade 12 and the other proceeds, normally it's a thing of you grow apart. It's not. I see what Jane.
Yeah,
you
it was
just,
something like
you
you
just grow apart, like, because now I'm in university. I have
Yeah.
to stay at school like from 6 to 4, and you're just like, you go to school like 2 to 3, and then you're done. You get it because you're repeating. So relationships break at this stage. So how did you two like maintain a relationship?
I think there was a time where 5 and I did like a bit,
Yeah.
did separate, because for me, when I felt grade 12, I think I got into depression. To be honest, I got into depression because I don't think I got into depression. This is the weird thing. I didn't get into depression because I failed grade 12.
Yeah.
I got into depression because I failed my favorite subjects.
Yeah. Fair.
Yes, I failed. I don't fail math or biology. Do you understand? So when
Was it the first time you had failed?
yes,
Yeah. Fair.
so when I failed that
Yeah.
math and biology, and I still failed grade 12, it was like a slap in the face, like a double slap.
What was anything happening at the time that might have resulted to the failure?
Yeah, and I know why I failed, girl.
Oh, you know.
I
Why?
know.
Was it the boy?
I was a man.
Was it the man?
I was a boy.
Oh,
Stay
no.
away from men.
No, it wasn't the man.
It was not a man. He was a boy.
He was a boy, see?
Yeah, I was dating someone at the time.
So boys are trash.
And no. I think
Men are okay though.
I was just in a stage where I was so in love with this guy.
Was he the
this
first
guy.
boyfriend?
Yes, it was my first boyfriend. He was my first everything. I was so in love with this man. Oh
first
boy,
everything.
he was so cute.
He was the first
And
everything.
guys, he's giving me everything, and I was like, oh my God, he's made me feel like the most.
Look at
beautiful
how you're
in the
doing with your hair.
world.
You still like him.
No, I'm just telling you. In that time,
That time, yeah.
I was a gone girl.
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna get married, have kids. Hey,
And those high school relationships.
hey.
Okay, fair. Okay. And then
Yeah, but then I failed, right? And then
because
like,
of him, so did you like break
no,
up?
it's not because of him. I think
no.
it's just a thing of like,
Were you arguing at the time or what?
no, not that. I think I was just, when you are so obsessed with someone, you make this person your all.
Yeah, it was the first time you were in a relationship, so
Yes, that was
it
my
makes
first time.
sense, yeah.
When I was in my, it was
How
my
old were
first.
you? How old were you?
I was 18.
That's your first relationship at 18.
Yes. It's 18.
You don't look like it.
What do you mean?
You don't look like someone who would wait for like 18 to
It's
be in
not
a
to
relationship.
say I waited. The thing is, I grew up with boys, so there was a time where I was just like
Oh,
a
you're a
nigga,
tomboy.
not a tomboy, but I was just like, I was not really into boys like that. But then I met this guy, and I was like, oh my God, oh, daddy, you cute.
Yeah, fair.
So we got into
Was he in
it.
grade 8 as well?
No, grade 8.
What?
He was
What?
grade
This was-
12.
He was grade 12. And
No,
you
he
were
was not grade 12.
8.
He was done with school.
Down in school as in went to grade 12 and finished, or done in school as in dropped out?
Shut up.
No.
Listen! No.
Wait. I just want to get his age range.
No,
How old is
he was 2 years older than me.
2 years. Okay, so he was not. Okay, he's not giving like Arkell or PDD. But,
No, he was 2 years older than
2
me.
years. That's
So
fine.
I was.
Okay,
We met when I was grade 11,
Yeah.
and then we started dating when I was grade 11.
So
right?
you're 18 as well, so it's legal age.
Yeah, I was 17.
You're 17.
Yes.
Okay, it's fine.
Yeah.
We'll give it legal age for
Yes.
now. Yeah.
So we started dating, but then I think it came to a point where I'm so obsessed with this man, and he was my everything. Because I never had a boyfriend. He made me feel beautiful. I won't even lie. He was everything. I won't say the reason I feel this because of him. It's more of like what I didn't know. Do you understand?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, what I didn't
especially if
know.
you start late, and I mean that's
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean keep going, push
Yeah.
through. But yeah, I was just gonna say because obviously what I've seen as well happen is I've seen some people start dating maybe say in their 20s, and this is like not to speak ill of it, but like mostly church people, you get like, okay, now I'm ready for marriage. I need to start dating. You date, and then you realize that not everyone is God fearing, not everyone is submissive, not everyone is like, you know,
Yeah.
you meet all sorts of characters, and this is where now, like, I feel your stage where you're like discovering things, but you meet and experience somebody.
Yeah.
This guy's been through all sorts of things you can think about. So
Yeah.
you are new to this whole being hurt, being this, you know. So yeah, so I get where you're coming from. I
Yes.
had a similar experience,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna go into it.
Oh my God.
It's your stage.
Yes. So I was
Yeah.
in that stage, and I think I slept on it because I won't even like guys. I was obsessed with a boy. I'm a lover girl, so I was obsessed with this boy, and you know, after that, it's like he introduced me to a different world. I was in the hostel. I used to sneak out, go to parties, do all these things.
With him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go with him because financially he was at a place where it was like proper. And I was still in high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was he working?
Yeah, he did just say he's from a well-off family.
Well,
Yeah,
family.
yeah.
Okay, fair.
So we did all those things, but then I can say that I did lose my focus and I forgot. The thing is that, how do I explain this? I knew who I am, but I didn't develop into the woman I wanted to be.
become.
To be a woman, to be like, oh, let me evaluate myself.
Yeah.
Let
But
me
it was
call
the
myself.
First, it was the
Yeah,
first
it was my
relationship.
first.
Yeah.
So when I felt grade 12, it like hit me, like, oh my God, what the hell? Girl, there's no bigger plan.
Yeah.
Your mom
Which
is a
is what
boss
you
girl,
mentioned.
right? She was a housewife before your daddy died. Ne? So get your act together. Do you understand? So everything started
Were
coming
you
to
the
me.
older sibling?
Yeah, I'm the older sibling. So when I failed, it hit me, right? So I think coming back to, did our friendship like separate with most of my friends? Yes, it did, because I went into like a depression, and I felt like I felt the worst out of all my friends. I was like the lowest because I was like, what the fuck?
Well, all your friends failed.
No, some of my friends passed. Five passed. He was already at NAST,
Yeah.
right? He was
What
in
did you say? You
varsity.
failed the
I was
lowest?
the worst, I believe. I was the worst. Like out of all the friend group, I was number 0, bruh. I was like, oh
How
my
many points
God.
did you get? Just for reference sake.
No, I got 24.
24. It's not too bad.
No, it was bad.
No, I mean, obviously, you seem like you were a high achiever at the time, so you probably wanted to get like.
Yeah, no,
you know,
but it
I
was
mean, yeah,
bad.
I get it, yeah,
okay,
you-
for me.
for who
for
you
me.
were, yeah,
Yes,
it was bad,
bad.
yeah, yeah.
So when I failed, I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Let me go. So my mom was like, no, go to, we are going to Tucson.
Yeah.
So I went to Tucson, right? So when I went to Tucson, I met other friends. And I distanced myself from 5 of them. But then, to be fair, 5 is that guy that always reached out to me. He always reached out to me, and I think he knew me. He knew that Juliana is just feeling shitty because she failed, and it was so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Imagine your friend is at Naspra. I'm at Tucson, I failed. Bro, why do you wanna hang?
Yeah.
What come on, Jimmy? What come
Yeah. I'm not. Yeah.
Yeah, like I did feel like I'm not there. I didn't deserve his friendship at the moment. But he was like, no, but it's not that. It's not that
Just
he
get
did.
over it, yeah.
Get over it. You know, he did motivate me, and I was like at my worst at the time, and he was there for me. To be honest, he was really there for me.
Yeah.
And the next year, I ended up breaking up with the guy because I did 2 years in Tucson.
Yeah.
Fun fact, I did 2 years in Tucson because the first year I did pass Tucson, but I went back because I wanted to do veterinary science.
Yeah. Also, you wanted more points.
Yes, I wanted
How
more
many points did you get when you first passed?
when I passed, I got like 28.
28. Okay.
Yes, and then I was like, ah, nah, man, yes, kak.
Literally, I want more.
I want more. I want more.
What's the tuition fee at Tucson?
Yeah, it's like that time
Give
it
me
was
a
like
range at least. 30.
30 grand, depending on how many subjects you have. 30 grand going to 40.
And you went back.
And I went back.
Who was paying? Boss lady.
Yes, boss lady. I love my mom. Boss lady was paying. So, boss lady was paying.
That's a whole university, Shani, bro.
Yeah, bruh.
That's a
So
whole
I was
module.
like, I'm going back to Tucson.
Yeah.
And
You
because I
told
think
her, or did you just decide?
no, I told her I want to go
Right.
back to Tucson. And it's a thing of, I think,
Why not just do Namco?
no, because my mom was just like, Namcol is not serious. Let's go to Tucson.
Yeah.
Do you understand? They are serious. You have to go to school. You have to be
Oh, you
in
have to
class.
go to school, yeah.
And all these things. So for me, I was like, okay, fine, let's do Tucson. But I feel like the second year, the reason in that year, because I was going through depression and all that,
Okay.
I started finding my power
Yeah.
towards the end of the year. So even when I passed and I saw it, I could easily have gone to university. But then I decided, you know what, I'm going back because I want to do something.
Yeah.
I want to
But
do
you found
vegan-
yourself, innit?
Yes, I
You
was starting
found
to
yourself,
find myself.
You accept yourself as well.
Yes. So
Yeah.
when I went back to Tucson again, I started doing. I studied more. I added on to my subjects, and then I did pass. But then it's like, you know, when you thought you wanted something,
Yeah.
and then you realize it's not what you want.
Yeah.
It's not. Nah, maybe it's not it. Maybe.
Yeah, I
Maybe.
can relate.
Yeah.
Ish,
Maybe
yeah.
it's not it.
Yeah.
So I go to university, and I don't even know what I want.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm just like, what do I want in my life? I don't even know who. So I come to an actualization that, girl, you don't even know who you are.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
But I mean,
You don't
so
even know who you
did
are. You
like,
don't even
share
know what
this-
you want.
Did you share these thoughts with like your mom?
No, I didn't. My mom was
So-
like, girl, you're going to university.
You're going to
Choo-
want to choose
Choose a
whatever.
course.
My
Choose
mom,
a course.
my mom did the same.
Choose a
Wait,
course. She
okay,
was like-
now I'm putting my mom out there. You know what happened?
Even go to
Similar
education.
to you, right? So I applied for paramedics,
Mm-hmm.
TMC. So I didn't make it. The first, because they only take, is it 20 students a year? Out of, in the whole country, they only take 20 students a year.
Okay.
You get it? So I applied. It's my first option. I applied. I didn't make it in. I was, like you said, sometimes you know what you want.
Yeah.
You get it? And I was so sure this is what I want. So I apply. I don't get in. Similar to you, I tell my mom, look, mom, I'm going to NAMCO.
Okay.
Okay, because I passed, I have the results, I qualified for university, but I want more than, maybe if I have more, then maybe they will accept me. You get it? But I know there were people that were there with 40s and 50s that were turned away as well. Can you imagine? So here I am, what did I get? I think I got 32. I'm like, okay, I had 32, and then I was like, oh, no, my son, there's nothing like NAMCO again. Go in university, choose any course, and then start going to university, you know. But I feel like, in my opinion, you know, I get where your mom's come from, but also, like I said, it happened to me as well. But in my opinion, I feel like our parents probably, from where we are from, like from the Torah side, our parents just want an accelerated success. You
Yeah.
get it? That's why most of the time most people become teachers and nurses, because we assume, okay, my child becomes a teacher or a nurse, they will probably go through university easy, it's an easy course, and then you'll get a job, for sure. You'll get a job, you get it. But I feel like they fail to realize I don't want to call it damage, but they fail to realize it's not damage necessarily, but the effect
Yeah.
that it has on you as a whole. Because, like you said, you're finding yourself. I'm finding myself. I don't know what I'm about yet, you
Yeah.
know. But somewhere in my heart, I feel like, in my context, I feel like I'm meant to be a paramedic. So for you to say just go to university and choose any course, I'm not gonna have the same oomph, you know. I'm not gonna have the same drive to. I'm not gonna study. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
I don't want this. You get it? And I feel like most parents don't understand this. So that's why I asked, like, was your mom okay with you choosing to go back to tax, and like you choosing to take out more money rather than going to a place where NASFAF takes over the expense, and then hopefully you get a job and then you give the money back.
That's the weird thing.
Yeah.
Even when I went to varsity, NASFAF didn't take over the expense.
No
Because
way.
I don't know, I think I applied late because I didn't know what I want.
Yeah.
So I ended up like in this course where it's now community development and everything.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, okay, let me just take this because I didn't know what I want.
So you took it because
I just took it because I was like, no, okay, maybe it's similar to,
is this
to-
what you got your degrees in?
yes, but not only. I also got in business now.
Okay.
But it was more of like, oh, okay, let me do this because it's similar to veterinary science.
Yeah.
Because there's something I maybe had a passion towards, right? But how do I say this? Even going back to tax in the year before that, I had to sit down with my mom and I was like, no, the course I want, they didn't accept me. I need to push harder. So for my mom that time, she was just like, oh, okay. She sees that I'm pushing. I think for my mom, it's more of like, she saw a drive. She was like, oh, okay. So when I went for varsity and I applied for NASAF, I was not accepted. Or I think I believe I applied late. So by the time it was already done.
So the first year that you didn't pay?
So I didn't pay like for 2 or 3 years.
That's what I didn't pay for. So
No.
Where did you get the money?
Where am I? Okay, so I had to use my what do you know when you are 21, when your father pass away? You know that money you get?
Let's call it inheritance.
Inheritance. So I had to use my inheritance.
Must have been a lot.
I had to use that inheritance to pay off my school.
you paid your
So
own
I
school.
could not even flash that
The
money.
which is good.
Yeah.
I mean, which is good. I mean,
So
you used your money.
only
it's a
now.
good investment.
Oh yeah,
Education is
only
a good
yeah,
investment,
only now I can say I use NASFAF, but it's for my honors.
Yeah.
To understand when I was done with it. The point is, how do I say this? I know it's hard to convince your parents on what you want. Like for me, I went to go study, right?
Yeah.
And then only later I realized that, oh my God, cooking is my thing.
Yeah.
Imagine all these years wasted.
Imagine, no, it's not wasted.
Not wasted to say, but it's like
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. You could have used the money to like start a proper
maybe I could have
business.
gone for cooking instead if I knew at the time, but I didn't. So it's more like, where do I focus on?
Would you rate yourself a better cook than someone that was taught?
No, I wouldn't rate myself better than that person.
Than someone that was taught?
No, because I feel like people that did go to school,
Yeah.
they have a paper for it. It's like me saying,
No, I mean they have a paper for it, but obviously,
I can't
let's.
rate.
I know you can't, but let's put it out there, right? So, I've seen you published a book.
no,
Oh,
guys.
okay, wait. Okay, I can be wrong, fine, but I saw a book. I saw Julie holding a book. Okay, I think it was after a competition, right?
Yes. I think that competition changed.
Which you won.
Yes.
And you participated against individuals from all sorts of backgrounds, trained, untrained.
Okay,
And,
fair enough.
And you won this.
Yes.
You get it? And you are self-taught. Yet you claim that the trained individuals are still better than you. Then what are you trying to say about the judges?
I'm not trying to say anything.
Yeah.
Eddie, you're very naughty. You're very naughty. That's not what I'm trying to say. All I'm saying is that I think I have a very creative mind.
Yeah.
Do you understand? That's part of my talent.
Yeah.
God has given me a very creative mind.
Yeah.
Do you
And
understand?
so cooking is like an art.
Yes,
You
it's
get
more
it?
of an
So-
art.
And it comes to you this. It's like, let's put it in the context of football.
Yes.
You get it?
Football? I don't know soccer.
I know you don't get it. You don't get it.
I
but
don't know soccer.
Most footballers will say you have Messi and Cristiano.
Okay.
Some would say Messi is trained. Cristiano, he was born with it.
Okay.
You get it? So there's an argument, constant argument.
So,
of,
but why
Cristiano
is
better than-
Messi trained?
Messi is trained like in this case the cooks went to school. You get it? Like, oh, you see, like how you said you went to do community development. You went to do it, but then there's someone who's been doing it, just did not get the papers for it. Like, it's a passion for them. They've been doing outreach. They've been, I don't know, just collect. They started with it.
Okay.
You know, so it's in them.
Okay.
You know, so I feel like you can't. I think there's a say something like that. Like, there's a saying somewhere out there, but it comes for you. It comes from within. That drive. It's like this podcasting. You know, Fireball knew so much that I need to make this shit work. You get it? And I was like, he was like trying to pull me in. I was like, but his drive was like, you know. So now I'm into it. You get it? Like he influenced me, but I'll say in your context, I'll take it the same way as well. Like, it's a creativity which you've realized that I can do anything, you know. And for them, it's like, I feel they first start by working in these barriers that they were taught before they actually discover that, oh fuck, I can do this much. So you like you figured this already. You get
Maybe.
I feel that's why you'd be winning.
Maybe.
You get that's why you're winning. I'm gonna give you your flowers. She's better than. I mean, it's not her. She didn't say it. I said it. She's better than trained cooks
I'm
from
not
the
gonna say
works
that.
I've seen. And I'm gonna leave that out of the way. So you said you did not publish a book, but you said that competition changed your life. Is it?
I think the competition changed my life. Not just my life, it changed my perspective in the cooking, because that competition, a friend of mine sent me the article. Rachel, her name is Rachel. So she was like, "Show me, I think
You participate.
yeah, you need to take part in this."
Thank you,
and
Rachel,
I remember
for not. What's it? For not what was it? Gatekeeping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Rachel, for not gatekeeping. If not for you, we would not be here.
Oh wow.
Back to you.
Anyways. Sorry, I'm sick.
That's all right.
But anyway, so Rachel sent me the article, right?
Yeah.
It was an article in the newspaper, and GIZ was hosting this competition, and they were looking for 15 winners.
Yeah, just check your mic is fine. Just because I can't hear that. But
Okay.
sorry. That's right.
If they were gonna select 15 winners across the whole country.
Yeah.
So anyone was allowed to participate in the thing, but it had to be something nutritious, innovative, and all these things. So, but Rachel sent it to me like 2 weeks before the due date, and I was just like, what am I preparing? I did think of like a few recipes I wanted to do, and I was just like, this is not it. I remember I sent that thing the last day.
What was it? You had to like write down ingredients of what you wanted to
So
prepare.
you had to prepare the thing, take pictures, and do measurements of the ingredients.
What did you prepare?
I prepared Omahangu rotis with oshingali puree. This is basically.
I don't see it in my head, but it sounds good.
Okay, let me describe it for you. It's basically nachos, chips and dip.
Oh,
but then it's like the chips is now made out of Omahangu,
Yeah.
and then the dip is now oshingali.
Yeah. So this is where obviously we go to your business side of things. If your investor is watching, your investor could even be the one interviewing you. I'm just saying, but I'm not gonna lie. That's one thing you brought up. I was probably not. I even forgot about this. But you've developed Omahangu spaghetti,
Pasta.
Omahangu pasta, right? So this was like first of its kind, right? It was first of its kind. So how's that going?
Okay.
Do you need investors? No, honestly, like do you see why I say like you've achieved so much at such a young age? You get it? I feel like with the right support and the right investments, you have something great in you that you can achieve. You get it?
Yeah.
But nonetheless, back to your question, how's the mango pasta going? And why is it not in fruit and veg on the shelves?
It's gonna be
Or
there.
checkers.
It is actually gonna be there. I'm actually
be
in
there.
work with it
You're
right
working
now.
on it.
Yes, I think.
Why didn't you tell me?
Why should I? Hey, yo, Potter. Eddie. Potter.
I want
You're
my
putting
face-
my business out there.
Oh, is it, okay. I can cut this part out. It's like private. Is it?
No.
No, fine. So yeah, mango pasta. So it's a thing.
Yeah, it's coming out soon.
If
I'll
anyone
launch it.
starts on mango pasta after today, we are suing you for something.
Yeah. Only marijuana. But
yeah,
anyways, yeah, that is in process. I think for me, I was just trying to find my ground. Do you understand? It's very hard, right?
Yeah.
Coming from a background where you don't see people really succeeding in anything else except education.
Yeah.
Do you understand? It's very hard. I cannot tell you that I have someone in my family that I can go for cooking. To be like, oh, you started a business. What was your way?
Yeah.
What did you do? What was your experience? What are the tough times? And I won't lie, my family did give me tough time because they were like, come on,
Like
Apeshimbo.
cooking. Yeah.
What is this cooking thing? Yeah, you're going to cook for men.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
You're cooking for men. Do you understand? So they didn't also understand the concept of it. But then obviously for me, it was more like, okay, I won the competition. Maybe I can do this as a side hustle, but let me try to do it right. So for me, it's like I'm finding my way as I go. I don't really have a mentor to say, oh, do this, do that. I'm just finding, all I have is God, honestly.
Yeah.
It's me and God. Through everything, it's me and God. I pray, He tells me, okay, do this. Sometimes I mess up, I do mistakes, then I have to rectify them. Then I'm 10 steps behind, but it's not really 10 steps behind. I'm learning as I go. So I know this Omahangu pasta came out like in 2022, right? But I had to step, I had to step back because I realized that it was a world I was not ready for. It was a world I was not ready for. And how I realized that it was when, I'm not going to mention the company, but this company made a joke, an April Fool joke about the pasta Omahangu that they are also releasing. They are going to release.
They made a joke. Did you pitch your idea to them?
No.
Oh.
So when the Omahangu pasta came out,
Yeah.
When the pasta came out, it was in the newspaper. It was public to everyone, right? Then and I was in. And then after that, a certain company made a joke that they are releasing Omahangu.
Was this Polana?
No, I said a certain company. I'm not going to mention the name.
Fair. It's not Nabi Mills either.
Yeah.
Namibia is not, we have so many companies that like make pasta. It's so difficult to find out which company she's talking about.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so many companies.
So they made a joke out of it. It was a joke to them, but for me, it was more like, fuck, I'm a nobody.
Yeah. No, you're somebody.
No, in that moment. I'm telling you.
Take it somewhere. No, in the moment. Yeah,
in that moment. In 2022, when that happened, it's like, Eddie, how do I explain? You come up with a drink today. Yeah. Right? You do it today. Yes. Okay, a drink today. You just imagine you come up with a drink today. It goes into the newspaper within like 3-4 days. Right? It goes in the newspaper. 2 weeks later, a big company, you are like, oh, maybe this is something I can work with. Right? 2 weeks later, a big company makes a joke out of it. It's going to fuck you up. I'm sorry. Like, you get, especially if you are from Tura and you are a nobody. Do you understand? You are never in a space of, you created something big and you made it, and someone made it work. Do you understand? There's nothing.
For me, I mean, I understand it broken. I'm sorry for cutting you off. It broke you, but it seems like you got their attention.
No, but in that moment, I wasn't thinking that way.
Oh, you're not thinking that way? Oh,
yes, what I'm saying, because you don't know better.
Yeah.
You don't know better. And to be honest, I don't think I was ready for it.
Yeah.
Like I told you, I'm not a public person.
Yeah.
I don't like my business out there like that also. So it was like a lot of tension coming from everywhere also. So when this happened, I remember that day, I was getting a lot of congratulation texts before they even announced it's an April Fool or a joke.
Wait, what did the article say?
No, they are creating
Omahangu after your article was released that you like made up this,
yes,
and then 2 weeks later they did not mention you. They
said they are making a product. They did not say
they are collaborating with.
No, they said they are making a product.
And people are out here saying congratulations to you.
Yes,
thinking that you sold the idea.
Yes.
And you made millions.
This I was bawling. You understand? So I was like, what are you guys talking about? And then I saw that. Then I was like, what the hell? And then later on...
could we not sue them? I mean, they're probably big lawyers.
But
sue them for something and then make it...
No. Eddie, you're pushing it. But
I'm pushing it. Push it.
Yeah, pushing it.
Let's push it.
No.
These guys, they could... Okay.
Supreme Court?
Yeah, the Supreme Court right here. Yeah, okay, it's nice.
No,
they're close.
But anyways... When that happened, God did send me an angel, and she helped to rectify that whole thing. When you say you're in the right place at the right time, that's what happened. And it came out, it was a joke and everything, but I think for me, it set me back. And I realized that, you know what, I don't even know what I'm doing. You need to sit down. You need to sit down with yourself and learn and know what is the right way to go with this thing. Who are you supposed to go to? Who is supposed to mentor you? What is the right way to do things? I'm not going to jump into something not prepared. I don't know what to do in all this. So it did take longer than expected, obviously, because I had to juggle a lot of things, which is now school, business on the side, and all these funny things. So I'm in a position where
I'm not wearing shoes.
Yeah, I believe I'm in a position where I know what I want now. You understand? Where I know even if someone makes a joke, I'm not faced. You understand? I can stand up for myself. But in that position, then I was not. I was just a girl. I was just a girl that didn't know her power.
They bullied you. I mean, you caught their attention. I'm not gonna lie. That for me will be even more reason to push harder,
But then that's you now.
Yeah, that's you now.
You understand? I understand where we are coming from, but let's say you are not the same person you are now 2 or 3 years ago. Do you understand? you're
I
not
get
the
you, I
same
get you,
person.
yeah.
That same the drive is not the same because right now there are different experiences that happen in my life. Do you understand? That shape me
That
to
shaped
be
you, yeah.
who I am. Right now I can stand on my ground. I know who I am.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
know
that
what
was
I want. I am sure of what I want to do.
just stepping out of the frame for a second. But yeah, I take it that was like it was a, let's call it a BS move from them, you know. Would you like a drink?
Yes, please.
Would you like this?
Yes.
This is all I have for now.
My mimosas are done, guys.
Let me see if I'll prepare something for you.
Okay.
But you can. Let's not share mine.
No, please.
Let me prepare
COVID.
something for you. But yeah, I would say that was a BS move from their end. You know, like being a big company that you are, and then choosing to like intimidate a young somebody that's just trying to make it. You know that. So obviously, I would say that's a BS move from them. And if anything, obviously you're saying now that you're matured and stuff, what plans did you now put in place? You
No,
saying
I don't have plans in place, and I know what I want, and I feel like I know what's the right way to do. I'm not saying I'm perfect at it, but there are certain steps to
Yeah.
do it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
There are
Sorry for the
certain
color. It's not a mimosa, but it comes close to.
It's iced tea, nigga.
Why did you have to expose me like that? Why exposing me like that? I wanted
Oh
to
my
sell a narrative
God.
that maybe
At
like
least it looks cute in
coffee
the glass.
macadona or something.
Oh hell no.
Yeah.
But I think it's very important to know yourself.
Yeah.
Because if I took on the battle that time, what was I gonna say?
What are you gonna win?
Do you understand? Because
You're not
I don't
gonna
even in that play
And the problem like big lawyers,
yeah,
they'll get like Sis and Amanje. Where are you gonna get?
Egg is not a boss lady second
yeah.
and Tura. That's it.
Yeah. So I mean, you're saying now it's gonna be like on the shelves, and
Yeah,
that's a
with
win for
God's
you,
will.
you know. And
Yeah.
I'm happy that finally shit is falling into place for you. And obviously, I hope that maybe, like I said, you need to push. You know, you're a young girl and stuff. I hope that shit works out for you, and I hope to one day be eating this mango pasta.
I know you're dying, nigga.
No, definitely. I will. I mean, I'm going to support the hell out of you. And if anything, I might even be your marketing manager. You just don't know yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to hire me. Somewhere, somehow, I'll be part of this.
You just want,
yes.
but I'm not paying you most.
Huh?
I'm not paying you.
You'll have to pay me.
You need to pay me to be part of the mango.
I
So
don't
you
mind.
can advertise.
I don't mind. I'll be like, I'll pay you for the first 2 years, and then after that, I'll have 10% of your business.
No, hell no, nigga. We'll make it 1.5.
Make it 5%.
1.
5%.
Nigga.
Take away the 1.
No.
5%.
I'll think about it.
Yeah, you have to think about it. But
I'll
yeah,
think about it.
Nah,
But anyways.
I mean, anything else maybe you wanted to add for
No.
the?
Any last questions you wanna ask me?
There are so many.
No,
questions
actually,
I
let
would
me
like to
ask you questions. It's my
Go
turn,
on,
guys.
fine. Let's push. I mean, let's see how far we can go with this. Go on. We
Okay.
still have time. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's push. So tell us, is it true?